I'm going to disclose the facts as they are. I mean, whether they're dead or alive, I'm going to tell the same story because that's my job, is to get to the truth of the matter. My name is Greg Kading. I retired from the LAPD back in 2010.
After decades of silence, fresh arrests have blown the lid off Tupac's case, and newly unsealed files are turning heads. One name that jumps off the page? Snoop Dogg. A viral comment captured the mood online. Are we really not going to talk about how Snoop could have stopped Tupac from dying? Emotions are running high, with fans saying these documents are painful to read because Tupac should still be here. The paperwork, nearly 20 years old, includes a statement from Face and Love suggesting Snoop might have been in a position to prevent the tragedy.
I always felt when Pac died, it was because Snoop could have stopped that whole thing. I mean, because like I said, Snoop was a Crip. Pac offended some Crips. Doing some gang, some dumb. Really. It was a whole, set off a whole chain of events. You know, in LA don't get mad, they get even. So, you want a real Pac story? That's my Pac story. Pac would be alive today if he had stayed allies with Snoop and not cross Snoop.
The plot thickens when police records start linking Snoop to the timeline of Tupac's murder. Detective Russell Poole reportedly believed Suge Knight orchestrated the hit to stop Tupac from leaving death row, then attempted to shift blame onto rival Crips to muddy the investigation. Detectives allegedly considered Snoop someone responsibility could quietly land on, largely because he was one of the most famous Crips in the world at the time. And here's the twist. Snoop was originally supposed to ride in that car with Tupac the night everything went down.
With Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac, I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So.
Saying during the Tyson.
Yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car with them.
Snoop later acknowledged he was meant to be in that BMW, but last-minute changes kept him out. That adjustment reportedly followed a disagreement between him and Tupac just days earlier.
The last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie, and I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. Bro didn't like that, Tupac didn't like that, so we had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did, as far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself and to prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife and the fork just in case something was to go wrong, but it didn't.
Because all of this happened within a tight 72-hour stretch, investigators viewed Snoop's timeline with suspicion. Remember, this was the 90s, when Snoop had deeper street ties than today. Some believe word spread through Crip networks that Tupac was marked, and Snoop chose not to be present. In another interview, Snoop admitted he felt Tupac had grown to dislike him shortly before the shooting.
I say a week before we was best of friends. 2 days before I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York, and it happened. New York, they shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I like them. I want to do some music with them. And that just rubbed Cuz the wrong way, like tried to kill me, out at you, and you talking about you want to do a song with him. I wasn't thinking about his emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked his music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. This video footage of all of us hanging out.
Now into Diddy, whose name lingers in the background of this entire saga. In the Reckoning documentary, claims surfaced that Diddy envied Tupac's influence, status, and dominance, fueling speculation that resentment may have run deeper than fans realized.
Tupac was a shining example of everything that Diddy wanted to be, and he was that naturally. He was charismatic, he was sought after, desired, he was very well liked and a naturally likable person. He was charming, he actually had intrinsic talent, he was a star. He was what Diddy tried to force his way into becoming. Diddy, through force, through manipulation, through fear-mongering, tried to become loved and adored and liked, but all he could manage is like a twisted clone of that he was able to garner through fear. But back to my original point, he thought he triumphed over Tupac by when actually what he did was make Tupac immortal. And by Diddy continuing to live and earn more wealth and, in his mind, earn more adoration, he thought he triumphed. He thought he won overall.
Official documents hinting that Diddy wanted Tupac gone begin with these reports. And according to 50 Cent, the story isn't over. He's teased that unseen Diddy footage, left out of the Netflix documentary, could surface on YouTube soon. That includes allegations about Diddy later starting a family with Tupac's former girlfriend. Diddy shares daughter Chance Combs with Sarah Chapman, who dated Tupac in 1995. Detectives revisited that relationship and flagged a key moment. On November 18, 1995, Tupac was photographed with Sarah, and insiders say it struck a nerve. Tupac's respect in the industry reportedly bothered Diddy, who once called Sarah his dream woman. Some believe jealousy sparked the first attempt on Tupac's life.
I believe so. I do believe so. I have proved things that I could say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times and acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in their vision. I only got shot once because they found the book. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work.
That first attempt didn't succeed. But during Diddy's trial, allegations of a second plot surfaced. A former officer claimed Diddy placed a $1 million bounty on Tupac. Suge Knight allegedly retaliated, which later led to Biggie's death. The accusation is that Diddy hired Keefe D to coordinate the hit and recruit shooters. Years later, Keefe D reportedly told federal agents he met with Diddy multiple times and played a central role in the murder.
On all 4 of those occasions, there's San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Vegas. Which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at?
Every one.
Every one of them. Which of those 4 is it when you talk to him about Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah, Anaheim.
Once those revelations became public, scrutiny around Diddy intensified. Even interviews turned uncomfortable whenever the topic surfaced.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
In court, Diddy faced direct questioning over the allegations, and his name appeared 77 times in a new legal filing. Meanwhile, Tupac's biographer argued Tupac wasn't truly built for street warfare, claiming he lacked the skills to properly defend himself or handle a firearm.
Because all these guys sold him this lifestyle idea, but he wasn't it. He couldn't fight. He had no athleticism. He didn't know how to shoot. He wasn't that guy, but he started to believe it.
He method acted it.
100% method acted it.
As pressure mounted around this nearly 30-year-old case, Las Vegas police began re-examining the evidence, especially after documentaries highlighted claims of $1 million payout. Sources suggest possible charges could follow. And that's something 50 Cent has openly pushed for, repeatedly criticizing Diddy and even referencing Tupac's death on stage.
When they leave me to talk, because I always say the wrong thing. I always say the wrong thing. Last time they left me, I said something about Puffy. So that clip on. Yeah! I gotta stop doing that kind of I've been talking to a therapist trying to help me with the saying. I said crazy. No reason. Oh wait, maybe I said it to my boyfriend because he got Tupac killed.
The files also reconstruct the night Tupac was targeted. On September 7th, 1996, Tupac and Suge Knight were in Las Vegas for a Mike Tyson fight. After the match, they got into a physical altercation with a gang member known as Baby Lane.
Suge Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson the MGM Grand. Keefe D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and two of their friends were also there. Keefe D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the shooting was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and beat him up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly.
Security intervened and Tupac returned to his hotel to change clothes. Around 11 p.m., he and Suge left in their BMW heading to a nightclub. At a red light, Keefe D and three others pulled up in an SUV and gunfire erupted.
Knew about Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keefe D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in the thigh.
For years, the investigation went cold. But authorities later revisited a public interview where Keefe D openly described the shooting in detail.
And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, "Tupac, Tupac."
Got to the light. He was gonna go drink, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next? You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat.
Keefe D claimed self-defense, alleging Tupac reached for a weapon. However, no official record confirmed Tupac was armed. Many believe Keefe D assumed that claim would shield him from charges.
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a...
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually...
No, once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car...
That's what happened.
...started at Tupac and Suge.
After that interview resurfaced, footage from a past interrogation showed police had already detained Keefe D the night of the shooting. He was questioned and then released.
He starts to... you say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you?
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then, Tupac's busy getting evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
in
of
the
line.
back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside their car?
I seen him going Suge head. I thought he was...
So Orlando crossed Dre?
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the window.
Today, Keefe D seems to have regret for what him and his crew did back in the day, but it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, I hate that happened, dog. I really do, man. Cause it took a lot of people's lives, dude. I hate that happen. Promise to God. I feel that was wrong, man. It was just wrong, purely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I wish it had never happened. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it. It never happened, dude.
Here's where it gets even stranger. Some documents suggest Tupac may have survived longer than many realize. He didn't die on the scene. He passed away days later in the hospital. Add in claims that powerful figures backed him, and the questions multiply. One former officer even alleged Tupac was positioned as an industry plant meant to ease gang tensions, an idea that ultimately collapsed.
Well, it turns out when I talked to Tupac's longtime mentor, political mentor, former Black Panther Chokwe Lumumba, who was his first business manager, he's told me, I basically asked, well, was Tupac only pretending to be in order to appeal to gangs and politicize them? And he said yes. And that was part of his thug life agenda that he came up with his imprisoned stepfather, Mutulu Shakur. And so Tupac was just using that in order to get the leaders to call peace truces, first in Los Angeles, then throughout California, and then throughout the country. And that was why he was pretending to be this gangster type. And really, he was just an intellectual prodigy.
That feeds into the long-standing theory. What if the operation was abandoned once things spiraled out of control? In a 2010 interview, Tupac's friend tree casually stated the last time he saw Tupac was in Cuba, 14 years after his reported death. The comment went unchallenged, delivered like it was routine.
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question. Nobody knows. Y'all good? Yeah, we good. Thanks a lot, man. We good.
But shortly after this interview, a website showed a video of what was believed to be Tupac alive in Cuba.
Zoom in. That's Pac, man. He was the outlaw. And Reg from Holla Back is trying to be friendly and get autographed. Holla Back exclusive, baby. Holla Back.
That moment reignited the Tupac in Cuba theory, especially since his aunt later relocated there. Suge Knight added more mystery by repeatedly claiming Tupac survived and was recovering. Suge once insisted, when I left that hospital, we were laughing and joking. I don't see how somebody goes from good to bad that fast.
When I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I would say this, Pac, you never know.
Police records contradict that account, stating Tupac was heavily sedated and couldn't have been alert. Yet Suge told the same version years apart, without changing a detail.
He was conscious on the way to the hospital.
He was conscious on the way to the hospital. He was conscious in the ambulance. He was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
They left.
Then things took another turn. 2 weeks after the murders and deaths, Suge Knight survived a his retaliation. Later, Suge Knight suggested
fear, muscle, and what the streets know as straight-up organized criminal activity. He was accused of using intimidation and violence, allegedly employing gang members such as the mob.
He never left us. They'll come for me next. Many critics argue Suge Jr. was chasing clout, but nearly 3 decades later, the mystery still refuses to fade.